Okay, hello everybody. Today I just wanted to go over and review how we can use the writing feedback tool found within MagicsSchool to help uh, evaluate our students' writing samples. So today I'm going to go over how we're going to go ahead and implement it, how we're going to get it out to the students, and then I'm also going to remind you what the students are going to see so you can see how we can utilize it within the classroom to help develop better writers. Okay, so during the training, we went to MagicsSchool.ai. Now, MagicsSchool.ai has a ton, and I'm telling you, a ton of tools that can help you develop your curriculum within your classroom. Today, we're just going to focus on the writing feedback component. So, everybody already has an account in MagicsSchool. So, you're going to navigate there, you're going to go to MagicsSchool.ai and you're going to click login. If it asks you to log in, you're going to log in with Google. Okay. Now, once you're in Google, to go ahead and create an assignment so that we can utilize the writing feedback component, I'm going to show you how to create that assignment within MagicsSchool so that we can get it out to our students so we can start evaluating their writing. So we're going to go to Launch to Students. This is how we create assignments for our students. So we go Launch to Students. Okay, student rooms. You can think of this as all of your assignments that you've ever created within MagicsSchool that you want students to work on. Okay, so in MagicsSchool, there are a ton of modules that you can have students work on for you to gather feedback, to create grades. And within MagicsSchool, you can use the AI component to help them become better writers. So we're going to show you how we can do that. So Launch to Students takes you to the student rooms. Okay, these are all the assignments that you've created. So I've created quite a few. So to launch a new one, you're going to go to Launch New Room. And you can think of Launch New Room as creating an assignment, just like you would in Google. So here you're going to write in the room name, think of it as assignment name. So we'll put writing feedback. Okay, you're going to choose your grade level. And I would leave it on 250. Okay, and you go next. So here's a list of all the tools that you can gather data from the students. There are a ton of them. The one that we went over in our professional development, which uses AI to analyze our students' writing, is called writing feedback. Okay, so if you can't find it quickly by scrolling through here, you can always use the quick search component right here, and you can write writing feedback, and it'll start sorting out through all the modules. Okay, so this is the one we're using, writing feedback. So we're going to click to add. Now, I would recommend when you start using MagicsSchool with the students, don't use too many modules at once. Let's just use one at a time so that the students get used to it. Okay, so writing feedback. Once you pick it, you're going to go to next, and this is where we're going to customize it. So depending on what you're working on in your classroom, this is where you will customize the assignment where students are going to give you, they're going to write something for you, okay? So this is an excellent tool to use as a bell ringer or as an exit ticket because it's very simple to set up and it's very simple for the students just to click and start writing, okay? So for my example, I'm going to call it writing feedback. The description, this is where you go through each sub modules to customize your assignment. So description is to get feedback on your writing. I'm fine with that. This is where you can actually write the prompt. So you could say write about a time and so on and so forth, or you tailor it to your specific content, okay? And then if you have a rubric, I know in ELAR that you guys have rubrics. You can actually, if you have the PDF version, you can attach the rubric and the AI will actually grade the student's response based on the rubric. If you don't have one, you can also turn off the module. So if you see on the right hand side, when I click the eye, it actually removes that module. So think of it like this. The left hand side is the teacher setup and the right hand side is what the students are going to see. Okay. So add additional instructions for the type of feedback. Okay, so if you want to go in here, you can sorry about that. You can actually go even more in depth specifically of what you're looking for. So you can have a PDF or if you have a more rubric. So for me, if this was like a quick ride or a bell ringer or exit ticket, I would actually remove that one because I just want the students to see what the prompt is, and then I want them to start writing right away. Okay, but you can toggle these on and off if you want. If you want to go more in depth of what the AI is going to grade the student's response on. Okay. Finally, you do need this column. So insert the writing you want feedback on. This is where students will actually write their work. Okay. Now, just like we said in the training, you can use this with past assignments. Okay. So if you've already done writing assignments and you want to gather feedback on those past assignments, the students literally just have to copy and paste. Okay. So instead of this component, right, this module right here, where it says describe the assignment, you're literally just going to have the students copy and paste the prompt that they were supposed to write to. It's as simple as that. Or you can already provide the prompt for them right here. It depends on how you want to start this assignment. If you want to start it from brand new, or if you want to use a past assignment that you've already used. Very simple. Okay, so for me, these two modules are more than enough to gather enough feedback in any content or subject when you use this as a bell ringer or exit exam. Okay, so here's the teacher setup, and then here's what the students are going to see. Once you're ready, you click next. Okay, it gives you one last look of what the students are going to see. Okay, and then you hit done. Then we're going to go to launch room. So this is where we have to recall that MagicsSchool does not coincide with Google Classroom. Okay, so you're not going to have rostered kids. You're not going to see the roster. You're not going to get grades from it that are going to automatically import to Google Classroom. You have to do this on your own. Okay, so this is where you can integrate. You can use Google Classroom. So you can click Google Classroom. It'll automatically link to your Google Classrooms, and then you can see which classes, and then you can assign it. But remember, it's not going to roster your kids. Or you can just use the join URL. So if you want to put the URL in like a slides, because it's part of the lesson that you're delivering, you can use the URL. Okay, you just click it, and you're going to copy and paste this URL anywhere you want. Now, once students click this link, whether they do it from the URL or whether you assigned it through Google Classroom, this is what they're going to see. Okay, once they click that link, this is what they see. Now, this is where you have to make sure that you tell the students that they have to put their first and last name. Okay, make this a routine and ritual that the students get used to. So first and last name. Because remember, the rosters don't sync. So you are going to have to, this is like manually inputting the students into MagicsSchool, okay? But first and last name is perfect, okay? If you want to go as far and put first period, you can, or second period, or so on and so forth. I would actually do that. I would encourage that. That way you can quickly see what student is and what period they're in, okay? Then they're going to hit join room. Okay, they're just going to, in any assignment that you give through MagicsSchool, they're going to get this user message, and it's just saying that AI is not going to answer everything for them and that they need to interact with the teacher if they have any real deep questions, okay? So you click I acknowledge. Okay, now this is what the student sees. After you have assigned it, they've clicked on the link, they've put their first and last name, this is what they see, this is their assignments. So we only gave them one assignment. Okay, so they click here. And this is what they see now, okay? Okay, so in this example that we used during our PD, we used a past assignment to help get feedback on our writing. So it's as simple as copying the prompt. So if you all remember, the prompt had to do with pets, which are better. So all you got to do is paste your question here, your prompt. Okay. So this is telling the AI, this is what you're going to grade. This is what you're going to review and give feedback on this prompt. Okay. Then, now remember, if you already had written the prompt right there, the students would literally just have to start writing their answer right here. Because we're using a past assignment, we're simply just copying and pasting. So here's my response. So paste your answer here. Okay, and then you simply have the student hit generate. So as you can see, the AI is now giving us areas of strength, areas of growth, and then it's giving us feedback on our writing mechanics. Now, in our PD, as we discussed, we need to dig deeper. We have to have the students actually go in and evaluate their writing and to seek ways to improve their writing. So how can we do that? So anytime that we're using this the writing feedback tool, we need to give the students questions to ask the AI. Okay, because if they just know their strengths, growth, and mechanics, that's great information to know, but they need to know how to create a better written statement. So we can do that by interacting with the AI. So we said there's a couple basic questions that they could ask that could help open up their eyes as to how to improve their writing. So one of them was, what are some vocabulary words I could use? Hit enter. Now we're starting to help the students realize ways that they can improve their writing. So now look at this, words that they could have used for this prompt: companionship, loyalty, maintenance, temperament, affectionate. I already know that these are words that these students don't know. But look, it's giving them the word and the definition. So already on their own, they're already growing academically on their own using AI. So what's another? So we did what are some vocabulary words you can use. So here's another one. For the students who don't speak English well, we could put, what are some sentence stems I could use? And there you go. For students who don't know how to speak English, well, this could be for every student, but for students who don't know how to speak English well, they can use these sentence stems to get them started. When considering the ideal pet, it's important to note that in terms of companionship, dogs and cats tend to. These are amazing starter sentences for our students. In contrast to cats and dogs. So this is already academic level writing that they could start incorporating when they have to go back and rewrite their response. Okay. So there we go. So we have, what are some vocabulary words I could use? What are some sentence stems? So another question that we could ask is, what are some statistics I could use? So if we're writing in math, we could use this sentence. So here we go. So now the AI already gave them some statistics. According to American Veterinary Medical Association, approximately 38% of U.S. household own dogs, while 25% own cats. Like, they're already learning on our own just by asking these simple questions. Okay, look at it. The AI gave them all these statistics that they could start putting into their writing. Another one that is essential for every content to ask is, what are some examples of text evidence? There we go. So now the AI is giving us examples of text evidence that the students can start incorporating into their rewrite. So what we can do is, once we ask these questions, once they get the feedback on their writing and they start asking them some questions, we can now have them go back to their response and they can start incorporating and rewriting their response right here, okay? So this is just a way, and as a teacher, you didn't do anything but provide them the questions. Now the questions are going to be tailored per content and what you are specifically teaching the student during that time period. Now, these are some general questions that you could use all the time, and I highly recommend that you do. What are some vocabulary words? What are some sentence stems? Some statistics? What are some examples of text evidence? Another one could be, what are some transition words I could use? And there you go. It gives them transition words. So, during every lesson that you do, make sure that you provide those questions that the students must ask after they've already gotten feedback from the AI in the first section, when they got their feedback right here. Then provide them with the questions that they can use to help them become better writers. And to be honest, the questions are endless. I would recommend that you go no more than 3 to 5 when you start using this tool. Let's not overwhelm the students. We'll go 3 to 5 questions, but they are mandatory questions that they must ask the AI so that they can start getting ideas and specific ways that they can improve their writing. And then you can have them go back to their writing and do a revision. Okay? So, if you have any questions and want to dive a little deeper, you know where I'm at. I'm in the library. Come visit me, and we'll answer your questions. Okay, so thank you guys so much for sticking around with the video. Have a great day, guys.